Yo, what's good? I'm back for my third video, and just like the title says, I'm gonna get into the reasons why Rice fell off. But quick disclaimer before I even get into that, this is not me being like, I'm gonna jump on the I hate Rice Gum train for some clout. I don't even have a reason to hate him. I'm just gonna hate on him because everybody else does. No, nigga, that's not what this is about. I actually grew up watching him and got to see him at his peak. And so I'm gonna count down the top 5 reasons why he fell off from there. Coming in at number 5, he got too comfortable. One thing with Rice was he was never a post everyday type nigga. Even in his prime in like the 2016, 2017 era, when people like Jake Paul and Logan were posting every day, Rice was never on that wave. But he would still get a couple videos out a week usually. Usually not that many to be honest, but still a couple. But this worked just because he was giving people quality over quantity. In like 2017, the music videos he would do stupid numbers. I mean, even the vlogs and the reaction videos would be doing like 5 mil. He was on top of his game, but eventually the breaks between videos started getting longer and longer. This is why I say he got too comfortable. Motherfucker was in LA living that life. And when you're hot on YouTube, you can be inconsistent posting for a while and it works. And I guess when you're at the level that Rice was, you just start thinking you're invincible. But this catches up to damn near every YouTuber. If you stay inconsistent, views are gonna eventually go down. Simple. I feel like viewer attention span is really not that high. If you're gone for too long, them little niggas are just gonna move on and watch somebody else. LA probably had something to do with niggas getting too comfortable too. I don't know what it is, but long term, that place just takes people's energy. And now coming in at number 4. YouTube literally never fucked with him. And the reason I would say why is probably just because of the way he blew up. He literally made his name early on for bullying kids. People try to use this against him nowadays like, oh, this guy's terrible, he bullied children. But psych, nah, those kids needed to be bullied. That was the age of Musical.ly, which was basically TikTok before TikTok. You had little kids like Jacob Sartorius blowing up, posting straight cringe on there. So this man, Rice, was doing important work, letting those little niggas know how cringe their videos really were. Literally, his first video to ever pop off was, "These kids must be stopped." And when you look at this from YouTube's perspective, when they're trying to keep this squeaky clean, family-friendly image, and you got this Asian kid as one of your biggest up-and-coming influencers, and he's making fun of and criticizing other influencers, they probably weren't messing with it. And some examples of how they don't fuck with him is how in the 2016, 2017 years, when he was probably a top 5 YouTuber, or at least a top 5 talked about YouTuber, and got no invite to the Rewind video at the end of the year, like he did nothing all year. And another one is he said on stream that they don't push any of his videos. Like 90% of his views come from people already subbed to him. And when you look at his subs, I'm pretty sure he hit 10 mil in like 2018, and it's almost 2021. And he's only at 10.5 mil, so clearly they don't push him at all. When the content cop came out, they were probably at HQ like, no Rice back in the air, nigga, this gas or what? He'd still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up. But anyways, moving on to reason number 3. He got cuffed. And if you don't know what that means, it means getting into a relationship. This isn't really that big of a reason because he was already falling off at this point, but it definitely hurt. At first it was good though, just because he could make all those relationship type vids that niggas on YouTube eat up, and even made family gum. But eventually he got more and more inconsistent with the posts. This fool was taking months off between videos. And this was deadly because you're already falling off, so taking months off was basically a death sentence to your channel. And no offense to Abby, but she was fucking with his bag a little bit because when they were dating at some point, he was streaming, which was at least something productive, and she went crazy on this one girl he called, on her jealousy shit.
Working. Dude, what is good with this girl?
That bitch is fucking laughing.
No, she's not.
I just watched the fucking stream, you dumb fuck, you dumb whore, bitch.
Oh my god.
Fucking dude.
And don't get me wrong, Rice was kind of wilding with the questions, but it really wasn't that deep. It was just entertainment. But after that, he stopped streaming too, and obviously it was for Abby. So getting cuffed overall just fucked with his career. But at least he got family gum out of it, which is doing pretty good these days. But moving on to reason number 2. Lost motivation and he got lazy. Once he got to a certain point, he just lost motivation though. The only thing that seems to motivate him these days is views. And by that, I mean if he posts a video and it does well, he'll probably post again quickly. But if the video flops, he's taking another vacation. And I'm not gonna lie, that mentality might be detrimental to his career. Like low-key, he should look at videos that underperform and be like, damn, views looking kind of bad. I gotta get consistent with the uploads. But nah, it feels like he just gets discouraged and just dips for a while. For an example, on his main channel, I think the last video he dropped was the Contract Money Freestyle. That was the music video with the shorty who had the medical issue where she couldn't stop rolling her eyes for like the whole vid. So sad, God bless her. But anyways, this video flopped like crazy. Music videos usually do the best views, at least on Rice's channel. But this one struggled to get like a mil after a day. And I think he put the video on private because it's not even up on his channel anymore. And he hasn't posted in 3 months. But to his defense, when you've accomplished everything that he's accomplished on YouTube, it's probably tough to be motivated. Like there's not much more that he can do that he hasn't already done. So at this point, he would just post because it's his job. And he's talked about it before, but he never wanted to work a regular job. And that's why he wanted to do YouTube. So posting vids just to post probably isn't all that fun for him. And that was the whole point of YouTube. And now moving on to the biggest reason why he fell off. Ruined image. Back in the day, even though he came up on bullying kids, for the most part, public opinion of Rice was positive. Especially after It's Every Night Sis. People saw him as like the nemesis of Jake Paul, basically, who was the most hated motherfucker on YouTube, despite how big he was in 2017. But nowadays, if you ever hear anything about Rice Gum, it's usually people shitting on him. For no reason sometimes too, I'm not even gonna lie. But there are a couple moments in his career that really ruined his image to this point. The biggest one being the Content Cop. And I'm not gonna lie, I never watched that John. It was like 30 minutes. I'm not watching some racist Trump supporter looking at for that long telling me who to watch and who not to watch. But obviously the biggest point was the Did It Feel Good Though controversy, which I didn't even know before the Content Cop came out. So that was probably the same for a lot of people because he lost a lot of subs after that. And I can't lie, asking a rape victim, did it feel good though? That is so messed up, bruh. I don't even know why that crossed his mind, but he apologized and she accepted it. So I'm not gonna hold it against him forever. But obviously most people are, for whatever reason, if you have fame, people just expect you to be perfect and never let you live down your mistakes. And the second biggest thing that hurt his image was the whole scamming kids situation. One vid he posted basically promoting a gambling site and people were mad as hell, talking about how he's telling kids to gamble. I never thought it was that deep. You probably had to be 18 and have a credit card to use the site anyways. Even though sometimes that doesn't stop kids, but I don't know why they were acting like Rice was the role model of the youth or something. Like him posting that vid was gonna create a whole generation of gamblers. Where he messed up really was posting a vid after getting a lot of hate, basically snitching on a bunch of other people who did the same thing. And it just looked like this situation right here. He talked about how he got a bag for the promo vid, so he wasn't gonna take the vid down, obviously. So if you're not gonna take the vid down, either ignore the hate or just make a vid saying it was targeted for older viewers. But taking the 6ix9ine route just wasn't the way to go. And there were a couple more videos that messed up his image, like when he was in China asking people if they eat dogs. I mean, he's Asian, I didn't think it was that deep, but people were mad about that. And the strip Fortnite videos back in the day. But in conclusion, when I say he fell off, I'm really comparing him to where he was at one point. Because his videos still do a mil each. And even some videos on Family Gum do over a mil. A lot of niggas would love to get those numbers. And people clown him mercilessly nowadays, calling him irrelevant and all that. And to be fair, he used to call everyone irrelevant when he was on top. And you know what they say, watch who you kick on your way up, because you're gonna have to see them on your way down. And everyone is gonna fall off at some point, but it's mostly random kids telling him he fell off in his comments and all that. And I'm just like, chill out. You would switch positions with him in a heartbeat. But that's all I got for this vid. So if you made it to the end and you actually liked the video, hey man,
costs nothing to show a nigga love. Are we doing this getting money? Show a nigga some love, nigga.
Maybe throw me a sub. My last vid, I set the sub goal at 10 and actually passed it. Man, I appreciate the love, for real. Y'all had me in the crib like this. I'm gonna set my next sub goal at 20, and this one's probably gonna take a couple vids to reach because I'm posting again very soon. But man, if niggas get me to 20 subs, I'm packing up and moving to LA. Oh God. I'm gonna have to live in a box outside of McDonald's to steal their Wi-Fi to post, but I'm pretty sure at 25 subs down the line, become a millionaire, so it'll be worth it. But alright, that's all I got for this vid, so peace out.
Dear Gifts, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. You're probably busy. I just wanna let you know you're awesome. That nappy headed boy tried to come at you, but you got him.